delivers more than mail. It delivers essential services and opportunity and trust, reaching remote areas, connecting villages and cities, bridging the rural-urban divide, and creating a world that is within everyone's reach. That's what he's got to say. Now, that will also take us to posting ourselves into the talk for the day. Oh, there's a lot of bemusing information. Just recently, the World Bank called on Nigeria to ensure that the positive outcomes from economic reforms translate. Should wait for this one now, as new est show that about 130 million Nigerians are living in poverty. Oh, the country director for Nigeria, 130 Nigerians, not outsiders, not immigrants, Nigerians are living in poverty. I mean, they have a life, they have a bed, it is our, trust me, it is not a conversation you want to miss for anything in the world. Now, troops of the Nigerian army have rescued 37 kidnapped hostages following major breakthroughs in the fight against terrorism, kidnapping, and organized crime. On Wednesday, appreciate 1,490 naira to a dollar in the parallel markets, from 1,495 naira to a dollar in the Nigerian foreign exchange market. And some progress we making, don't you think? Now, the president of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, and the ministry minority leader, Senator Abba Moro, political parties to the All Progressives Congress, APC. While Akpabio slammed oppositions for lack of organization, which has paved the way for defection, Moro challenged them, saying that no matter the number of senators present, they are capable of holding their own. Uzor Kalu has expressed confidence that President Bola Tinubu will win re-election in 2027, insisting that no opposition figure, including former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, ex-President Goodluck Jonathan, or Labour Party's Peter Obi, can defeat him. Well, he spoke during an interview on national television. Oh, some assurances got but INEC can make sure that Mr. President is not the one who is appointing the next INEC chair. Maybe when we are doing that, we will know what exactly will come off from ballot. But anyways, he has his own right to express himself. CT Police Command Josephine Ade stated this during an interview on national television. Okay. Now, the International Criminal Police Organization has confirmed the arrest of a wanted Nigerian identified as Ikechukwu N, by the Argentine authorities. Interpol, in an update on its X handle on Tuesday, disclosed that Ikechukwu had been on its wanted list for allegedly orchestrating multiple romance scams involving thousands of women. Okay. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, has frowned at the arbitrary street naming in the FCT. He specifically warned the chairman of the Abuja Municipal Area Council, Ama Christopher Mekalangu, to desist from unauthorized naming of streets and roads constructed by the FCT administration. Alrighty, now let's take you to Lagos State, where an Ikeja Special Offences Court has adjourned until October 9 to rule on the admissibility of digital evidence presented by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Justice Rahman Oshodi reserved the date after hearing arguments from both sides on the authenticity and certification of documents extracted from a former executive assistant to Emefiele. Okay, we still have Emefiele's name popping up here and out. But we also have the names of Yahaya Bello also popping up just recently. I mean, is it a 614 million naira withdrawn? Good Lord. Well, I think it's still in court. Well, we'll see how that goes. But the police have suspended the enforcement of tinted glass permit after being served a court order. All right? We already said that to you. And so, yes, you know now. Okay. All right. Now, let's go and see what is really brewing on the front page of Nigerian newspapers this morning, right? Keep in mind, in case you're just tuning in, this is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Yes, we give you an audio-visual radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. And as we also bring the front page headlines to you from various newspapers, you can also do the due diligence of connecting with us and letting us know which of them pops at you, jumps at you, tickles your fancy, or begs for your reaction. But as I always say, all right, we are civil beings, we are civil entity, so please, it should be within the purview of civility and responsibility. I cannot say that enough, all right? Okay, so let's just delve into the front page of Nigerian newspapers this morning. All right, that is it. Okay, getting into it now. All right, a couple of dailies made it this morning quite early. I want to believe so. We see the Punch newspaper, the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, the Guardian newspaper, the Daily Trust newspaper, and the Nation newspaper. It's going to be a smart read, so do well to give us your ears as well as give us your eyes. All right, give us your sensory organ. And if you are indeed working and trying to get by, to work and everything, well, give us some attention to just listen, because it's very important for you to do so. All right, now the Punch newspaper is glaringly bold, and it's got the big story. Presidency rejects World Bank's poverty report. Well, now that's new. Presidency rejects World Bank's poverty report. Page 2, you'd find that one has got two riders. Nigerians living in poverty rose from 115 million in 2023 to 139 million in 2025. World Bank said that, but the presidency disputes the data, defends reforms. World Bank urges action on inflation and poverty. Okay, well, it's really going to be a discourse this morning, 9 a.m. Trust me. Now, just to the side of the Punch newspaper now, Dangote Refinery engineers on war path over redeployment. Dangote Refinery engineers on war path over redeployment. Page 19. Just above the Punch newspaper banner now, Nigeria lost 10 billion US dollars to Northeast conflict. UN is saying that. Page 7's got that story. To another Page 7 now, looking popular. Christian killings is the kicker. Christian killings, that's the kicker. Federal government disagrees as Khan backs U.S. senator. Page 19 here. Still at the very top of the Punch newspaper front page, opposition slams governors as states IGR soars by 50%. Now let's get you to the base of the Punch newspaper front page. Strike is the kicker. Strike. Federal government ASU in high stakes talks. Okay, federal government and ASU now, they are in high stakes talks. English every now and then. MOU, MOA, round table. Now they are in high stakes talks. Page 12. I'm just hoping this will avert the impending strike. But we go to fraud. Fraud being the kicker now. This one you can find on page 5. Fraud is the kicker. Interpol arrests wanted Nigerian in Argentina. Now to page 7. Oh, it's really popular now. LP senators shrink to 4 as Chukwu joins APC. So Labour Party senators shrink to 4 as Chukwu joins APC. All right, that'll be all with the Punch newspaper this morning. Remember, the big story is about presidency rejecting World Bank's poverty report. So we go to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper now. And for the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, the big story for them is on insecurity. Senate seeks permanent military base in Kwara South as Army steps up action. Senate seeks permanent military base in Kwara South as Army steps up action. It's got a couple of riders to it now to invite Minister of Defense, IGP. Over 142 kidnapped, 70 killed within 12 months, 25 communities deserted. Kwara South, the senator says. Police deploy special squads in Ekiti boundary communities. Or your PDP calls for effective border patrol of southwest states. All right, you find that big story on page 3. Just above that big story is the Nigerian Tribune banner. And above the Nigerian Tribune banner, you'd find this one on page 4. Add 1 to 3, you get 4. Reps reject U.S. Senate's move to designate Nigeria as country of particular concern. Reps reject U.S. Senate's move to designate Nigeria as country of particular concern. Page 4. Federal government begs ASU to shelve strike. Oh, ASU, please now. I beg now. Don't do this now. Please shelve it now. Don't worry. We'll come through. Remember, we are having a high stakes meeting, talks and all. Well, not exactly how they said it. But, I mean, federal government begs ASU to shelve strike. It's got one rider to it. Yayale Ahmed committee to present federal government's fresh offer to ASU. Page 4. We are bickering back and forth. And yet people are holding public offices with fake certificates, and they just take a bow and we act as if nothing happened. Well, the likes of Atiku Abubakar, I think Peter Obi and the rest, they've also come out to they come for the alleged minister with fake documents or papers or whatever it may be, certificate. I mean, this is happening in Nigeria, and yet we see monies being stolen, looted. Look at just what was going on with Yahya Bello. 600 and is it 14 now? It is said. I mean, the ongoing court case now withdrawn in one single day, and we're still talking ASU back and forth with the federal government. Anyways, page 25, JAMB is screening 176 underage candidates for admissions. JAM screens 178 underage candidates for admissions. All right, and to page 8 now, this one for your health. Exposing children to e-waste pollution can cause hypertension. Experts are saying that 139 million Nigerians living in poverty. World Bank is saying that projects 4.4% economic growth by 2027, says reforms must translate into better living standards for citizens. And you'd find that one on page 5. And at the base now, knocks for Tinubu, APC over Naji. -1 from 5, you get the story on page 4. Knocks for Tinubu, APC over Naji. Tinubu should prosecute Naji, Atiku says. PDP seeks probe of more people in government. Inaugurates security subcommittee for Ibadan convention. Yeah, if you recall when Naji said, "I'm taking a bow and everything," Mr. President sent a message to him saying, "Well done, oh meritorious son, you've done well, at least for the time that you served with your fake certificate." That is in quotes though, didn't quite say it that way, but yes, you've served us well, you've done well, thank you. Wish you the best in your future endeavor. But yeah, Mr. President, is he the Supreme Court? Is he the justice system? No, he's not. He's only doing his job as the number one citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now it is left for the other arms of government to do the necessary and do the needful into these matters of certificate forgery. First, we've seen how JAMB has been very audacious about stemming out those who are engaging in malpractices. NECO is doing the same. WAEC has in fact seen the worst of it, worst hit in decades already about this. I mean, if it's happening at the at the high echelon, what do you expect at the grassroots? But anyways, we go to the Guardian newspaper now. And the Guardian newspaper, the big story is about the World Bank. Nigeria's reforms yielded stability, not relief for poor. Let the poor breathe. World Bank as the kicker now. Nigeria's reforms yielded stability, but not relief for poor. So the World Bank is saying, okay, we understand, we see your reforms. I mean, we're a part of those that celebrated you, though, but all of these reforms is not really relief for the poor. It's not trickling down. It has to trickle down for you to indeed call it a reform that is effective and efficient. Page 6 is holding that story now, and there is a graphical representation of that very headline. And for some reason I see Mr. President signing something. I don't know what he's signing, but his picture is right there. And we also have Wale Adun, right, Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy right there. He has got his face right there. So two of them, both of them, I think this is what really concerns them the most. But we go to this one. Presidency reps knock claims of genocide against Christians to inform UN. All right, page 3. And to page 7, Jam screens 176 underage candidates amid push for policy review. 176 underage candidates. Okay, now we go to page 3. INEC is the kicker. Court orders IGP Egbetokun to arrest Yakubu. Now that was fast. INEC being the kicker. Court orders IGP Egbetokun to arrest Yakubu. Page 3, you'd find that one. Is it the same Yakubu? But we go to this one on page 29. You can't develop without investment, Obasanjo says. Naji's resignation splits opinion, exposes cracks in vetting system. Page 6, you would find the story. All right, and this one here says Rep summon Tuga envoys over $54 million foreign mission funds. Page 4, you'd find that one. 17 local government areas under attack, says Benue Emergency Agency. And you'd find this one on page 29 with the Guardian newspaper. NCC confiscates pirated books valued at 100 million naira in Lagos shops. Okay, I like good, thanks. Well done. I mean, these books are people's sweats, people's ideas, penned from their thoughts to the paper, right? Confiscated, pirated books. Destruction of creative, or the creatives. But we go to page 3 now. Presidency orders military to flush bandits out of Kwara Forest. Okay, that will be all with the Guardian newspaper. Now we go to the Daily Trust newspaper. Daily Trust newspaper now is going to be a smart read. This story here says reps reject Christian genocide claim. Page 6 you'd find. To page 10 now, insecurity is the kicker. Establish military base in Kwara. Senate tells federal government. To page 14, police suspend tinted permit implementation. Now to the big story within the chest region of the Daily Trust newspaper front page. Tinubu's reforms have not reduced poverty. Maybe if it's coming from the World Bank, we might agree. But the presidency had fired back. Nigeria says no. They're backing the reforms and saying, look, it might not really show right now. The gains may not come now, but it's long term. It's a gradual process. We will arrive there. But that story continues on pages 3 and 4 to show you how important that story is. But I take you to page 16 now. Summits should translate to results. Sultan is saying 13-year-old boy killed in fresh Plateau attack. And you'd find that one on page 40. So rest in peace, young boy. FIFA invests over 1 billion end of the Daily Trust newspaper. Residents kick as FCT Council resuscitates TV radio tax. All right, page 5. It's got that story. And that will be all with the Daily Trust newspaper. Now the last right now for us to look into will be the Nation newspaper. Uche Naji's resignation, a lesson in honor. Uche Naji's resignation, a lesson in honor. Page 38. All right, it's got that story. I mean, if such things persist, is condoned, if people like that were to walk freely, even though it's still alleged. I mean, we've not heard any court case just yet and everything. But if it were true and it persists even into the society and all, what does it really say about how the nation will be managed? What does it even say about us as a people. I mean, it will reduce the efficacy of those who had burnt candles and lanterns and whatever it was they burnt. Sleepless nights, and come rain, come shine, and through the haze, through hell, through 4 years, some 7 years, if the strike fall, they will hold high public offices. What you say? Well, page 30 has got that one. Indeed, a lesson in honor. Senate seeks military base in Kwara. It's got one by the troops in communities. Page 5. APC sets to take in defecting governors. Page 2's got that story. And, okay, it says, is it a party roll? Okay, party now holds 2/3 in Senate. Wow, the APC, congratulations. 2/3 in the Senate. That's beyond a pass mark. Well done, right? Well, anyways, I see this one here now. It says, shelf plan strike, Alausa tells ASUFOR. And BOI's 2 billion naira loan for core members, page 7. NGOs seek ban on Naji from holding public office. Continued on page 2, you'd find the story. How reforms are bringing down poverty by presidency. All right, the presidency has fired back at the report from the World Bank that 139 million Nigerians are living side to side. They are like bunkmates, they are like flatmates with poverty, right? In 2025, that's this 2025. All right, so the World Bank is saying, let policies reflect on living standard. So in other words, World Bank is saying that the policies can actually reflect, but for some reason or the other, it's not. So go and look for those places where there's a blockade and there's refusing the policies to reflect in the living standards and remove such blockades. 139 million could live in poverty by 2025. That's on page 3 of the Nation newspaper. At the very base, we've got two powerful stories. 177 underage UTME candidates undergo screening. And to page 4, NPA shops for investors in Japan, page 7. All right, we'll head out, pay some bills. We'll be right back in a short bit. Remember, this is Eagles Morning Risers Breakfast Show, where we start your day the right way, and this is the Pages. You call it the newspaper review segment of the Morning Rise.
You ready for this?
Keep this frequency clear.
We're live.
I woke up with a feeling.
Eagles FM 102.3 Abuja.
What is it that they told you?
Chai, it don't happen oh.
Oga Shike, wetin happen?
Now this my Abuja Home Limited oh. The Ogbonge real estate company, where they reliable, where they support small man.
My Abuja Home Limited?
Yes oh, they don't they sell their out of old title estate land for Karishi for cheap amounts.
Karishi bawo? This our Karishi. Where for Karishi sef?
Just opposite the Navy Phase 2 estate, you go see their land back for their discount pre-lot price. Their 400 square meter plot of land now just 4.9 million naira, while their 200 square meter plot now just 3 million naira only.
Hey, Oga Shike, this na the best deal bros for land wey get correct title document oh.
My brother, as I read my Abuja home office like this, I buy 4 plots at one time. The one wey bust my head finish now say you feel they pay small and then show me their out of full title certificate from Najis. My brother, but hurry oh, now only 37 plots they the estate though.
Morire, Oga Shike, abeg, give me their number.
Yes, you fit call their number for 0808 8837 426. The number again, 0808 8837 426. Abi you fit call this other number, 0808 27 23 824. The number again, 0808 27 23 824. Or you fit visit their website for www.myabujahome.com.
Hello, I want to buy land oh. Buy or talking?
Marius, I don't show you will. My Abuja Home, live the life.
Abuja, get ready for the move of God as Christ Embassy Abuja Zone 1 invites you to a night of the spiritual tag Pneumaticus Night with Pastor Enoch Wama. Date is Friday, 7th November 2025 at Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Time 8 p.m. Don't miss this night of the Spirit. Prayer, worship, miracles, impartation of grace, and demonstration of the power of God.
There will be buses in all major bus stops and locations.
For more enquiries, call the number 0704 450 9567 or 0808 825 5790. Get ready. One word from God will change your life forever. Powered by Christ Embassy Abuja Zone 1.
Any motor where you dey drive, you need confirm protection, no. For your engine, no. Make it mobile, oh. Make it mobile, yeah. Anywhere you dey, your motor deserve to be number one, yo. Make it mobile, oh. Make it mobile, yeah. You carry the go, make everybody join me, say. Make it mobile.
Make you go with the best.
Make it mobile.
All right, we're back and we're here. We're not going anywhere, at least from now up until into the night, right? This is the pages where we talk the front page of Nigerian newspapers. I already put out the headlines for you, and you can indeed call and let me know which of these headlines pops at you, jumps at you, tickles your fancy, or begs for your reaction. Keep in mind that we must keep it within the ambits of civility and responsibility. Remember, the number is 0907 353 0044. The other number is 08, and the WhatsApp portal number is 09, and the WhatsApp portal number is 0909 705 450. Hello and good morning.
I'm calling from Suleja, Niger State.
Awesome, welcome Abdul.
I'm very happy that our Gala left behind. You see some of them after they depart, able to pay the school fees of their children. It's a problem. Last time I said it, I listened to one program where somebody was saying that the husband died for how many years, even the benefit he cannot get it. So this is supposed to be on record that any military or any of our gallant officer that lose his life, immediately the federal government should do something for them. Because they are really trying. They are protecting the security of this country.
Right.
That's the only thing I have to say this morning. I'm greeting all the caller listeners on this beautiful radio. And I'm thanking you for giving us opportunity to talk on this beautiful radio.
Appreciate
My greetings go to my friend Salasi.
Right.
Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria. God bless Eagle FM. Bye.
All right, thank you, Abdul, for that one, though. You just spoke comprehensive wisdom. Keep the calls coming through. Let's have your take. Let's have your thoughts already. I mean, a lot's going on in Nigeria, and a lot is yet to be said. Hello and good morning.
Good morning, Udward.
All right, we're taking more calls now. Going to this one here, Apostle Osalife, I believe. Hello. Miss Sierra.
Yes, this is Apostle Osalife from Apo.
Awesome, welcome, Apostle. Talk to us.
My take goes like this. Ojus Okalo telling us that nobody can nobody can defeat Tinubu. Yes, no, but that he have said his mind. Right. But let me have it in mind that our taxpayer money that he looted, by now he's supposed to be in the prison. But this government have assisted him that we are no more hearing of his case. And like had it been in Nigeria have a law, by now the man Ojus Okalo is supposed to be in the prison. But though we have law, but we don't keep law. Only where the law have effective is in the head of a poor man. Another thing I want to say, you did before my time we exhausted, is that this continuously killing here and there. Let the government of the day, let them do the needful. And another thing, is this. We have under the the watch of this government, we see where the government of the day are negotiating with the bandits.
Right.
Okay, all those that have killed people. Let them release Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu did not do what any other people have not done in this life. Let them release him. Thank you and God bless you.
Okay.
This is my own take.
Appreciate it. Hustle life right there. Okay, says please release Nnamdi Kanu, please. But I think there are talks in that regard. Is as a result of his health. Yes, there are talks in that regard, and I think a committee has been set up to look into these issues, and they should give their feedback, I guess, in 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Going to take this call now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning to you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yes, my name is UND.
UND.
Calling you right here in Asokoro.
Been a while, UND. Been a while. Good to hear from you again.
Yes, I've been listening to you, but I don't like to contribute these days. But I just have to say hi today.
Oh, I understand. Appreciate that one. Appreciate it.
All right. Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, the good people of Nigeria. My UND, I'm calling you right here in Asokoro. I just want to say that our institutions in Nigeria are not effective, especially the Constitution and the judiciary. You see, that's what we have been clamoring around. We have been lamenting all this while. I just pray and hope that there is life after the tunnel.
Right.
That Nigeria will be good again. Thank you and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you, UND, for that one. Very short, straight to the point, abrupt, but yet powerful. Hello, good morning.
Open my name.
All right. Well, we just go on taking your call. Eligible family members, you are all welcome. All right. But now, I should let you in on the fact that just recently, right, did we see the fact that the new INEC chair for Council of State preview will be today. I mean, barring any last-minute change, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu may present his nominee for the post of the INEC chairman for the Independent National Electoral Commission to the National Council of State today at Aso Rock Presidential Villa, Abuja. Okay. Well. Guess President says heeding to that call will not come during my time. Okay. The call of I should not appoint an INEC chair. I mean, my predecessor did it. The one before him did it. Comes to my time, y'all say I shouldn't? I don't know. Hello? Okay, that's a miss. Well, you already know that we can go to the WhatsApp portal now. Hello? Okay, that's a miss. Going to the WhatsApp portal in a short bit. Hello, good morning.
Very good morning to you, UD. Good morning.
Saminu, is it? Good morning.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Welcome. Yes, very good morning to you. Happy Thursday.
Yeah, happy Thursday.
How is our sister?
She's fine.
Survival day.
Happy survival day. Where are you calling from, Saminu?
I'm calling you from Lifecamp.
Talk to us, Saminu. Go ahead.
The issue of insecurity is the army people are really trying. But I called on the government over and over some times ago. There should be a declared state of emergency. You can imagine what is happening in Kwara, Zamfara, and other parts of the country. So I think one of your callers said those that are killed, the government should take care of their families with immediate effect without any delay. Yeah. And the issue of INEC, as you said, INEC should be reformed, and the presidency should not be the one to select INEC. Even though predecessors have done it, there should be a time for change.
Right.
And I want to call on all Nigerians. Let us come to, and they should allow the electorate to do the voting. They shouldn't tell us whether they are winning or not winning.
Okay.
And then the issue of the World Bank issue, I think they are not far from the truth because people are still suffering. I know it's a long time. My last statement now is there should be a total reintroduction of war against indiscipline. It will take care of all this indiscipline that we're talking about, forgery papers and what have you. Nigeria is a blessed country. May God continue to bless us with good leaders, continue to bless their station, and let us come together and move sentiment to move forward, to move this very country forward. Nigeria is the only country we have. Have a lovely day. God bless. Thank you.
Appreciate Saminu. Bless you more. Now, we go onto the Facebook page wall here and see what your messages read. And after that, we will indeed get onto the WhatsApp portal and take your voice notes or your WhatsApp messages as they come. All right, now we see this one from Lastborn Adebanjo. It says, good morning. Okay, good morning, Lastborn. We see you, we hear you, and we don't take you for granted. Right, see now a couple of messages. This one's coming from Samuel all the way from Kujay now. Says, good morning, Abong Udwak Daniel. Good morning to you, Samuel, my dear friend and brother. Congratulations and happy Survival Day. Yes, it does feel good to survive. Happy Survival Day to you too. UD, of a truth, Nigerian politicians or political leaders and the people who are benefiting from are not interested in the well-being of the masses in this country. They have used religion, poverty, tribalism to divide us in this country to the extent that if you criticize them, the next thing people will be asking is where is he or she from, or which religion does he or she belong to. Look at the insecurity claiming lives like no man's business, poverty ravaging the masses. Some of our children are still in our homes, and because no money to send them back to school yet. What we hear concerning insecurity is that soldiers should flush the terrorists. I ask, with what will they flush them? Okay, God, please remember Nigeria in your mercy. Have a great and peaceful day, my brother, UD. All right, you too, my brother. Really, you should have a great day. That's a lot. Lion Boy from Local Goma. Standing in existing protocols now. We are approaching weekend so quickly. Indeed, yes, we are. PDP telling the president to probe the minister that resigned. Who's going to check the person probing him? The way it is now, all of our politicians need proper check. The Senate summons IGP and CDS. What are they going to ask them? After laughing and joking with them, then they will tell them to take a bow. Nothing will come out of it. My advice for the government is for them to buy drones, invest in technology, and deal with the sponsors of these non-state actors. Thank you, he says. Right, Lion Boy, I appreciate you. You talked about what you find as a problem, and you gave or proffered a solution to it. That's something. Yusuf, all the way from Wusay 2, says, the presidency has disputed the latest economic reports by the World Bank, which estimated that 139 million Nigerians or citizens were living in poverty. The federal government has been clever by half because the figure originated from the same federal government when they go cap in hand to convince the World Bank to borrow them money to alleviate poverty in Nigeria. So, who is deceiving who? Yusuf says, have a nice day, Yusuf. That question, I have no answers for it. I mean, but we already know who's deceiving who. But Joseph from Jahi now is saying, we have all good laws as a country that can address all infiltrators and insecurity, but our laws are all hallucinations. Oh, okay. Joseph. But I see you now, Turkin B, all the way from Nasarawa State. The poverty rating report by World Bank imposed to Nigerians by the Tinubu reforms is nothing but the truth. I came across very poor Nigerians who can't afford 1,000 naira to get malarial drug class have fallen under the class of poor Nigerians. Insecurity may consume this country if those in government fail to act quickly now. I prefer the government stopped all the projects and focus on ending insecurity immediately. Call for arrest of Yakubu is laughable. He had no immunity while in office. I can't remember a single petition against Yakubu. Well, why not let him go and enjoy his wealth in peace? Enugu Governor MBA Amba, who is also accused of certificate forgery but failed to resign, is allegedly behind the former minister's ordeal. Turk and Hundu right there. Okay, now we'll go on this voice notes. I see this one coming from my dear friend and brother Selassie.
Good morning to Obong Udwak Daniel, the man with the golden voice. Good morning to Triple G from Wari. BB Blessing, I greet you. Yunus Anthony from Abaji. Abdul from Suleja, I greet you. And I greet the original Fulani man. You know you are original Fulani man from National Assembly Scotland, so you are a senator already from that place. So tell the National Assembly to do the needful. I want to sincerely start by apologizing for my outburst yesterday. I'm very sorry, Udwak Daniel. Okay. You know, when I talk about this insecurity, look at the National Assembly now. That was their concern yesterday. That showed that these people care for the constituency that they came from. You hear Adams Oshomole speaking. You hear Karimi speaking. You hear people from Kwara. They are even requesting for military base in all these prone areas. That is the state of insecurity. But when we talk about insecurity, some people feel as if we are politicizing it. Some people will come and talk without even reasoning. So that is why you hear me speaking that yesterday.
Yeah.
And that is the state of the insecurity. So we are urging them to put more effort to see how to protect the life and property of its citizens. Thank you.
High sentiments will go deeply and all. I mean, that's why we are also here as umpires, right? Let's not let the inhumanity make us lose our humanity or sanity. Don't let the inhumanity of these perpetrators of heinous crimes destroy whatever is left of your sanity. I mean, think about it. For us here behind the MIC, some of us break down. Never break down. I mean, you know, we can't even process all of these information at once. It's crazy, right? So sometimes we go all emotional, maybe after the show and everything. So yeah, that's what we have to deal with. But yeah, it doesn't mean we will throw in the towel. Not now, not ever. We won't. Until that change comes. No, we won't. All right? Somebody says fire for fire. That's what it is. Well, BB Blessing, my dear friend and sister.
Dan, my name is Ted. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. My name is BB Blessing from Otako. I greet a man of microphone. I greet all my brother, my family, my sibling. Okay, I never say forgive her. Please, I'm begging her for
Oh, BB, please now. Stop this. You know, BB, I've told you before. Stop it. Okay? Just stop it. This is why, I don't know. I would not stop saying it. Somebody would say, I would not stop. This is why we are our own problem, BB. I should say it. In this case of Okwe, you too, you're a part of the problem. You are a part of it. You are. And to all of you who keep coming and talking about some person who has lost every sense of humanity, every sense of civility, you are the problem. Somebody will steal money in the high echelon. Is your friend, you will back him up. Somebody will loot, you will back him up. At first, you may be part of those saying, oh, why did you loot? But later, maybe you benefited one way or the other, or probably you are like them. So you will support them. If something is wrong, there is a laid down rule, follow it. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with following a laid down rule? Please, this advocacy that I don't know who's running this campaign should stop about this entity called Okwe. Please, let it stop. Can we face our lives now and talk about things that affect us and bother us, please? Please, let it stop now. Come on. So many serious things to talk about. All right? Anyways, let me inundate us. Okay, I see a couple of messages here. All right, I see my dear friend and brother, Comrade Olobasi. All right, I'm standing on existing protocols now, Comrade. He says the World Bank assessment of Nigeria on increase of poverty-stricken citizens to 139 million is an understatement. The number of the poor in Nigeria is far more than that. In fact, the number of people living in ghetto inside the so-called urban areas are increasing daily. May God Almighty save us from government propaganda. All right, he says. Thank you, Comrade Ulo Bassi. We should go hear from Honorable Edwards.
Mr. Yudi, good morning.
Good
My
morning
name is
to
Honorable
you.
Edward from Nepal. I want to talk about the resignation of a minister who is involved in the certificate scam. Mr. Yudi and the whole house, we must start from somewhere. Any journey begin with a step.
Right.
I think the man has done what others refuse to do. So for that reason, there's no need to prosecute him. I think he should be forgiven. But this step alone will sanitize the system. So many of them who were accused, some even taken to court, were all aware. They refused to do the needful. And what about the corrupt, our corrupt leaders who are still, in charge of power? Have they done this? Have they even stepped down to see that we are moving forward?
Mm-hmm.
No, they didn't. So this man deserves to be celebrated a little because he has taken a step. He made a step forward, and it is good. Then appointment of INEC chair. We need to look at the position of our constitution, not as if Tinubu, because he's the president and he's imposing INEC chairman on us. It is a constitutional matter. So we can go to the National Assembly and make an adjustment for this. Otherwise, we will just be saying things that cannot work. Thank you, and God bless.
All right. Totally. You've spoken comprehensive wisdom right there. Honorable Edwards. Right, we will just call it a close already because time, we don't want to be flouting the time these days no more. All right, time is not a friend, but at the 9 o'clock hour we'll come back on here and right here and talk about the World Bank assessment of the poverty ratio in Nigeria. The World Bank has projected 139 million Nigerians are living next door with poverty. But the presidency has cited the reforms as yielding gain. They may not be short-term, but it will be long-term. But however, whether it's long or short, it is indeed going to be effective in the lives of Nigerians. But we wait to see how the conversation will go because Adefolari will add his voice in this discourse, and we will see how far that discourse will go. All right, who is indeed telling the truth and who is not? I mean, one of us, I think Lion Boy now, had said this report that the World Bank is putting out is not in isolation. I mean, you're the ones who will go there with your petition, go there with your appeal, seeking for monies to borrow. And you have to make proof of what you're seeking for, why you deserve to be borrowed money. So you will paint us in the way that we are and to the World Bank. And when they see it, they make their own, So why are we fighting? But maybe the World Bank is also being, maybe they're also trying to get us up started one way or the other. Maybe. But what would they gain?